Yes, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless Trading Recap. We are now undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? Man, I feel good. I feel great. I feel excellent. Right now, I'm in my prime and I'm pushing, I'm fighting, I'm grinding, I'm elevating. I am improving. As you guys know, our only goal in this community is progress. Whether small or big, it doesn't matter. Can we progress over time? And we have been doing so. And today we took another big step in the right direction. Now, on this beautiful Friday, we are agreeing at $779.57. Not a bad day, not a bad day at all. But it could have been better. And I want to talk about us pushing share size, taking bigger losses, but not giving in, not succumbing to the pressure, but staying cool, calm, collected, and looking to push forward despite facing adversity. Because, a lot of times in life, we all can be under stress, duress, and pressure. And ultimately, how well can we perform when things are not going our way? When your back is against the wall, are you going to rise up or are you going to crumble like a little baby cookie? And, life is all about growth, right? So, no one is perfect. No one is the Messiah. Nobody is the prophet. Nobody's God. So ultimately, we're allowed to make mistakes. And so if you were somebody or if you are someone who has crumbled before or who is crumbling now, you know, what can you do to pick yourself up so that in a future situation, if your back is against the wall, you can rise up to the task, rise up to the challenge, smile in the face of adversity, and push through. So we're gonna, this recap is gonna be a little different. We're gonna focus a little on the psychology side of things. We are gonna do the technicals, but we're gonna come back at the end, and we're gonna focus up on psychology just a little. So, as usual, remember that day trading is risky business. Day trading is risky business, man. I gotta shout this into the mic. Day trading is risky business. 8 out of 10 small businesses fail within the first 3 years. Day trading is a business, and you guys know basic mathematics, basic arithmetic. They say 9 out of 10 traders fail, so know that the odds are against you. Know that this is a tough field. Other than that, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. The recaps and live streams are not an invitation to copy trade. I do not offer copy trading. I do not offer mirror trading. I do not offer any options trading. Be careful with the fake accounts out there. This is the same goes for me and all the other guys in the day trading team house, all the other moderators and leads. None of us offer any copy trading or any nonsense like that. All that stuff is fake. Stay safe out there. Be careful. We will never message you first. All right. So, in terms of the stocks that we traded today, we had SGD, PBM, OCEA, and AIMD. All these stocks are courtesy of Momo Pro. Of course, this is the software that I use to get all my watch list stocks every single day. Now, Momo Pro is a great software when it comes to a gap scan. When we scroll down here, we have the discovery section. If we, up top, you have a bit of a watch list, the stream, and as you come down, other sections, news section, so for alerts for halted stocks. But all the way down, you have the discovery section. And this essentially acts as a gap scan. So when I come in the morning, I don't do anything other than filter for percentage gainers coming down. So I literally use the no filter that's here. And I'll come down in the morning and see what also has volume. But, by the end of the day, a ton of lame stocks have already hit the scan. So what we can do, I do have this personalized filter that can tighten it up a little bit for us. So we'll see again SGD, but again in the morning these stocks are already there. SGD, PBM, AIMD. For those of you who might want my filter, you can screenshot this This is the filter that I use right here to get these stocks that you see right now, right? But again, I wouldn't recommend using this in the morning because it's pretty tight. But anyhow, this is how I found the stocks. This is how I always find the stocks. Momo Pro is a good platform. It's what I use. You guys can check it out. You can utilize code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. Now, with that being said, where this platform can improve is on the stream, which this essentially is a high of day momentum scanner, which has the stocks coming through real time on a stream, but it doesn't allow for it to be as tight as I would like. I want them to add percentage gain on this stream. I don't want to see anything below 50%, for example, or let's say 25% on the way up. So that does make this a little noisy, right? But we're not going to spend too much time here talking about Momo. That's just how I found the stocks today. So in terms of the pattern and edges, right, that I was utilizing, let's talk about PBM first and foremost. So we have been noticing that into the open, we've been seeing some stronger stocks over the last few weeks. And today, this one was no different. It started off a little choppy, but the 1 minute candle is going to make the new high. And I did mention at minute 2, if you guys go back and watch the live stream, that we're going to have to be looking for those red to greens. And yes, we did get this with the 1 minute candle making a new high right over 60. This is going to provide my first entry. And it starts to push 79. Baby pullback, rips to then 89. Baby pullback, and then rips up here from 66 to 319. Man, and I believe we got the halt up after the push over 42. So we had a 1 minute pullback right here. I mean, you can also say baby pullback, right? I mean, this red candle did, close. This candle here did close red, and then we made a new high. So, ultimately, I'm always managing risk the same, which is to be in and out immediately. If it's not going in my favor, I want to be out. This is why I'm taking millions of trades in a day, right? Okay, that's an exaggeration. Hundreds of trades. I am taking hundreds of orders, hundreds of trades in a day. And because the moment the stock is not going, I want to be back out. Tight stops, tight. And if I get caught in a flush, I also want to be out quickly, keeping it tight. So I do want to show you guys this one big trade, this big loss that I took. I did show it on the live stream earlier, but we'll visit it again. This was LYT. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it gets a little dicey out here. And I told myself, hey, I'm gonna go for it. If I can connect, because the market has been hot, if I can connect, I want to be in the position to really maximize on this day and just be aggressive, because the market has been allowing for this by giving us great opportunities. So again, as I mentioned, the 1 minute candle making the new high, I am anticipating the move. I'm in at 56. Here we are at 65 on the ask. This is where I start, 72. This is a great trade to start the day, but we're not here for that, right? So again, the 1 minute candle makes the new high. We get the sweet breakout. We are doing well. We're doing well. I feel so good, man. I felt great. I felt good this morning. Still feel great even now. But, my aggression ultimately is going to get the better of me. And this is a conscious thing. I consciously decided to do this, which is what I like about my trading, is that nothing is unaccounted. Everything is accounted for always. There's never a surprise. There's never, unless my power goes out, even then I have generators and stuff. I have a generator under here, so I can at least get like 10 seconds. I have a monitor. I have this redundancy set, right? My left monitor will go off, and the moment it goes off, that's my trigger that the power is going out, because I don't need it to execute to get out, right? But that's how I will know. But anyhow, not to get off topic, let's fast forward to this resume. So we had a sweet move up, and we are halted up at 42. And so this is going to resume, hit 60, and I'm going to try to buy 42. How well has this worked out over the last couple of days, couple of weeks? Extremely well. Buying into the last known level, which was, 42, our halt up level. So look at this. Left hand side of the screen. It resumes. We resume around 50. It pushes to 60, right? And then it gets to 61, 63, and then it starts to dip right here. And the moment I see 43, I was just a little too aggressive. I was just a little too aggressive. I did not wait as long as I could have waited. And that's what's ultimately going to get the better of me right here. Because you can see red is still printing. Red is still printing here. And I'm gonna say I'm going, if I had only waited, man. I think I felt too good, you know. I felt a little too good because I needed to wait. If I'd only waited a half second, man. Hmm. So I'm long. And the selling, you can see the selling is still there. The bid is still dropping. Okay, there was a little green there on the ask, but the bid is still dropping, and I am in aggressively 6,500 shares. That was a great fill, by the way. And then immediately there's 23, and I'm taking a $1,200 loss from up 1,600. But here's the real part that sucks, just a little bit. Where I'm going to sell this trade as quick as I can right here between 23 and 30. But guess what? Between 23 and 30 is the actual bottom. So, sometimes this is just how it goes. This is why people say there's a tightrope walk, right? It's sometimes so small, man. The difference, this right here, kind of like, because I was going for it, right? And I knew, okay, I'll be risking a lot. And I thought that they would have had more to offer than it did. We did have SGD, which was an incredible stock. So we can say, we can rate this day as a solid day, I think. Yeah, I'd say so. But I'm in anyhows, right? And I'm just gonna say nope. I gotta bail. And you can see I sell between 23 and 30. And that was another good fill coming out. And look, kid you guys not. Look at this, the dip, and look at the rip. 45.55. If I'm in, let's say I get filled 27, 6,500. 27, 55 less 27 is 28 cents, man. 6,500 times 0.28. I would have made 1,800. So I was trading pretty heavy here. I was trading pretty heavy. I was already up 1,600. But something after December 2022, I told myself to not ever risk like a good day's worth of profits on one trade. And that's essentially what I did right here. So you could somewhat say that I broke a bit of a rule, but at the same time, again, the market was hot. I was looking to push it. I was confident that this was a high probability area and that I could have done well. And I ultimately am going to fumble the bag here because if I risk accordingly with just two, let's say 2,500, 3K shares, we would lose, we would have lost 600 if we had 3K. 600, from 1,600, I'm still up 1K. And it is still a pretty fair difference here. Um, and I also should have sized down immediately after this trade, but I still took a few more trades with this big size. So I mentioned earlier that I'm going to talk about psychology. And by the way, notice how I manage risk. The moment it doesn't hold up the 40 area like I thought it was going to, I'm looking. It doesn't matter if that thing went down to $1. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it goes back up. I'm not giving it a chance to go lower because I can always get back in. I will never look to hold the trade lower. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense for my style, my strategy. I'm not going to do something that can potentially harm, my progress. So we got to be careful, right? Even with sizing up, we got to be careful. Again, I could have risked smaller and, guaranteed that I would not have lost a certain amount of money if I'm to get caught in a flush like that. You can do this stuff to manage risk. So coming back to the psychology, right? This was me going for it. It was controlled. It was well within my risk. And I really want to talk about, pushing and sometimes feeling like that invisible wall is in front of you. Because there are times where we'll, whether it's going from a sim to a live account, going from small size to big size, there's different things And for whatever reason, on those days, it feels like we just cannot get to jump. We cannot get to fly. We cannot get to go to the moon. But I'm here to tell you that it's all in our heads. It's all in our head. Because you know what? The equal and opposite reaction could have easily happened, and it kind of did, right? But we kind of had a low of 23 instead. The equal and opposite reaction can easily happen. And if I was long 40, let's say the dip was at 40, and this thing ripped up to 70, 80, 90, I would have been rejoicing. And so you have to be able to take the other side. You have to be able to take the risk and understand that it's nothing to feel bad about. Keep composure in those moments. Keep confidence. Keep clear. Keep calm. Keep cool. Keep watching for that next setup. Keep watching for that next entry. Now, I only finished up $147 in the stock, but I was able to trade SGD, which at this time you guys will see I was flat on. So SGD did give me, $700-800 right over here. SGD. This and this one was halting up all sorts of stuff. So if I had went to myself and said, man, you took such a huge loss, 1201 trade, started calling myself names, beating myself up because I took a pretty fair trade. I was being aggressive in a good area for my style, and because the market is, again, this was a conscious decision. Even if it's not, even if you make a mistake, you stay locked in. Job description is risk management. And if we ever, become tilted, get off track, we're only going to put ourselves at even more of a deficit. Trading is already hard. You heard the statistics earlier. 8 out of 10 small businesses fail within 3 years. 9 out of 10 traders fail. If that's the statistics and things are so hard, why do I want to fight a battle on two fronts? Why do I want to fight against myself and against the market? I need to be one with myself over here so that when I come against the market, I have clarity. So guys, do not allow frustration. Do not allow that negative thought in your mind to take over. Stay firm, stay cool. Whatever it takes, even if you have to say out loud, man, what would RT do right here? Man, what would Marcelo do? What would Tim do? The guys from the trading team house. What would a guy like Calamity do right here? If that's what you have to say to yourself, what would Big Steve do? Or what would the better version of myself do? You, 6 months from now, as a more disciplined trader, what would you do in that same situation? You'd stay cool, you'd stay calm, you'd stay collected. So do that now. And that's what I did in that moment. And that's what allowed me to still walk away with $700 in my pocket. And I feel good. I feel great. This is more money that I would make working at a week at Amazon. 60-hour shifts, 6 days a week. Right? No. 60-hour weeks. 60-hour weeks. 10-hour shifts, 6 days. Right? Crazy stuff, man. Slave work, slavery. That's the slavery work in the warehouse. Sorting packages. Why would I not smile at something like this? Why would I not smile at seeing myself push for even a better version, to expand my comfort zone? Guys, so smile. Smile a while and give your face a rest. All right? And let's stay locked in. Trading is hard. Don't expect it to be easy. Expect this to be the hardest thing that you've ever had to do. We're facing our demons every day. We're also facing against the markets, other communities, other traders. So lock in, study up, and let's look forward to progressing. Do everything that you possibly can at your disposal to improve. Screen record your trades like this so you can come back. And we post these for the students every day so you can come back. Oh, okay, what did you do in this area? What did you do in that area? You should be able to see everything. Rewatch, rewind, fast forward, come back. You should be able to do this. Utilize softwares, whether you're good at Excel, whatever it is that you're good at. Whether you're good at Excel or, something else. My E-Trade here. E-Trade and this task. Send it to the depths. Yeah. Whether you're good at Excel or maybe you might need a platform like TraderView There's also one called Kinfo that Marcelo and I think Tim is also using Kinfo, right? Whatever software that it is that can help you to track your performance, track your progress, that's what you have to do. You got to be able to come back, see how you're doing day over day, week over week, month over month. You know, how was the first week here of March, right? We're going to add $800 to this tally. You know, we had a day trading team house meetup Friday, Monday. We weren't really at our best. No excuse. We could have still done better, but you know, we got to get back on track. Next week we got to hit the ground running. We got to study up Sunday, right? Come to the Q&A for those of you who are students. Let's ask those questions. Let's get the answers. Let's study up. Let's get better. We got to win. This community it's mandatory, and you know, as your fearless leader, I will lead this charge. We have to be the best community in this field. In fact, we have to be the best community on YouTube. We must outwork and outperform and outstudy. Our greatness here must outshine the other communities. You know, it doesn't necessarily has to equate to gains per se, but when it comes to our work ethic, you know, us being hard workers, working smart, and being disciplined traders, we must rise above the Tim Sykes traders, the humble traders, the warrior traders, the Stephen Ducks traders, the Clay traders, the whatever trader out there, whatever traders is out there. You know, we must rise up and surpass them all. I think we can do this, and I will be here every day. They're not. Oh, they're not gonna get a chance to sleep, man. If you're excited, let's keep studying. And here's another thing too that I want to mention, right? You need to have a certain level of balance as you trade. You can't want it so bad that you harm yourself in the process. It's the kind of field where if you work more, it doesn't necessarily equate to you performing better right away, right? In the sense that if you're trading, you don't want to be sizing up in the wrong areas because of, you know, you had a losing trade or you're frustrated. But keep the clarity. Stay leveled. Don't get tilted. Keep that open mind, and over time will slowly progress. Utilize the simulators, utilize the small size, and you know, work your way through the learning curve. All right, for those of you in MMU especially, you guys already know the deal when it comes to small size. You know, we do have a much broader community, but when it comes to MMU and students in general, in specific rather, you know, small size first, simulators first, take it slow first, because you know, ultimately, if we don't have the experience or the competence, it just doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's enjoy the weekend. The monthly recap will be out tomorrow, so stay tuned, stay locked in. Guys, it's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader. Don't you just love this energy? You see, this is why you guys are tuning in. You can't help it. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green. Deuces.